right, so we're looking at inverse functions. Remember that a function just shows a mathematical relationship between two variables, okay? So now we're going to look at how we deal with inverse functions, all right? These are the steps you deal with when you are dealing with inverse functions. You write the function in the standard form, you make x the subject of the formula, and you swap the variables. So let's look at an example here. Well, for example, we've got f of x. This is our function. F of x equals 2x minus 5. All right. And we've told find the inverse. So the inverse function is denoted like this: f power negative 1. All right. This is how you write the inverse function. So we've been told find the inverse function of f of x equals 2x minus 5. All right. So as I said, step 1, you may write this function in standard form, meaning you write it like this: y equals 2x minus 5. All right. That's step 1. Step 2, we make x the subject of the formula. All right, we make x the subject of the formula. So we can take this negative 5 over to the equal sign, over the equal sign. So we have y plus 5 equals 2x. All right. Y plus 5 equals 2x. Then we can just rewrite it as 2x equals y plus 5. All right. You can just put it like this: 2x equals y plus 5. All right. So we have to make x the subject of the formula. So we're going to divide both sides by 2. All right. And thus x equals y plus 5 over 2. Then we go to step 3. We swap the variables. So step 3. Where can I put it here? All right. So we're going to swap the variables. All right. So this x, we're going to replace it with the notation of the inverse function. And then where the swapping happens is this y. We're going to swap it for x. All right. We're going to swap the y for x. So you're going to write f inverse of the function, right, like this, equals f to the power negative 1x equals, right? So we've swapped. Here where there was a y, we're going to now put an x, all right, plus 5 over 2. And that is our inverse function. All right. Let's look at another example. So you can pause the video whenever you're watching this video to write down everything. Then we'll try another example. Let's say y equals 4x minus 20. Okay, this is example 2. All right, we have example 2. So we do the process again. Step 1, we write the function in standard form. y equals 4x minus, this is 20, 4x minus 20. Okay. Step 2, you make x the subject of the formula. All right, so we want to keep x positive, so we'll take this negative 20 over the equal sign. So you're going to have y plus 20, okay, equals 4x. All right, step 3, we find the value of, we find, we're going to divide both sides by 4 to make x the subject of the formula. All right, so x equals y plus 20 over 4. Okay, we can write it and put it properly and put the x in front here, and we say x equals y plus 20 over 4. Step 3, we swap the variables. So meaning this variable here, this y plus 20, this y here is going to be substituted with x. So, and our x, we're going to replace it with the notation of an inverse function, f to the power negative 1, x equals x plus 20, right? We've substituted this y for x. So it's x plus 20 divided by 4, right? So that is our inverse function, right?